Ginger, thank you. We continue to follow breaking news this morning. Legendary NBA player and executive Jerry West has died at the age of 86. Hall of Famer played 14 years with the Lakers before going on to have a successful coaching and managing career.
He was credited with being the architect of the Lakers Showtime era and most recently worked for the Clippers in the front office there. Joining us now to discuss his life and legacy is longtime sports writer and author Jay Paris. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning.
Let's talk about Jerry West's playing career with the Lakers first. I mean, when I was a kid, went to sleep at night, listened to Lakers games. Jerry West was the great shooting guard with the nickname of Mr. Clutch for the Lakers.
Yeah, and really, a 14-time All-Star and led the Lakers to that big championship in 1972 after all those years of heartache to the Boston Celtics. But he was more than a player. And I think if you were someone of my age and your age, and Jerry West and the Lakers, they were synonymous. And with his perfect hair, his perfect shooting, and being such a team guy, he made the Lakers. I mean, he's the logo for the National Basketball Association. That is the high regard he has felt, just not here, but all across the league. Can you imagine if your nickname was Mr. Clutch? That's quite a nickname to have. And he lived up to it time and time again. So, yes, as a player, Laker player, but this guy just had a huge impact on the LA sports scene, especially with the Lakers being new in town those first couple of years and so. So, after Bill Walton last week and Jerry West this week, if you're a basketball fan from LA like I am, today's a tough day. I'll be frank with you.
And Jay, we know one of basketball's most accomplished contributors did so much, like you said, for the game of basketball. And I love what I was reading this article Chick Hearn said about Jerry. Jerry took a loss harder than any player I've ever known. Talk about that competitive spirit, obviously, that Jerry West had.
And it goes back to his upbringing in, West Virginia, from Cabin Creek, and the Zeke from Cabin Creek, they called him. There wasn't much love in the West household. He lived in impeccable houses. Not one thing was out of place. The fifth of 6 kids, but there wasn't a lot of love shown, and there wasn't a lot of hugs, and there wasn't a lot of affection. And
he wrote about that later. He wrote it that he suffered from torment, and also his brother had died when he was quite young.
Yeah, it seemed like the pitfalls of losing never matched the summits of winning with Mr. West. I mean, to watch him when he was an executive, he was tormented. He couldn't watch the games. He was all he was so nervous and anxious, and he would his mind would go to them losing instead of them winning. So how can I will them to a victory? So that was the name of his book. It was a charmed, but it was a tormented life. And maybe he finally gets to that peace, and certainly he had the success to feel it and to embrace it. But that was part of his personality as well. That it was never good enough. If you know what I mean. He was always pushing, always searching, always trying to do one more thing for his team to win, and that's why it made him a 14-time All-Star and respected around the league.
He was such a gentleman. Recently, I went to a Clippers game, and he was seated right behind the basket, and I went up and introduced myself, and he was just a very nice man. I was just overjoyed to meet him because he was my childhood idol. And I know in later years there was a certain TV show that portrayed him in a way that he was not happy with, and he actually, I think, filed a lawsuit about that. But I just thought he was the nicest guy.
Yeah, he was a southern gentleman, if you will, and he would be friendly with most anybody that came up. Maybe not right after a game where the darn Celtics beat him again, but I think too when he got to host the Genesis Invitational, when he got to he was the host out there at the Riviera for a few years, and just to see him get all that respect and get all that admiration and get all the accolades that he certainly deserved. He seemed like he was at a time of his life where he was wearing a golf shirt and he wasn't wearing a basketball jersey, and he could really appreciate and really enjoy it. And that's one of my best memories, especially it goes back to the basketball court, but watching him on the first tee at Riviera shake hands and bask in that glow is a memory I'll cherish.
And Jay, I would imagine, someone like Jerry West leaves a mark on the league. I'm sure changed things, made an impact on the league. What would you say is that lasting legacy that Jerry West made for the NBA?
Almost, and this is crazy talk, but he was almost as good an executive as he was a basketball player. And he's on he's one of the all-time greatest basketball players ever. But for him to acquire Kobe, for him to acquire Shaq, how do you get those players away from other teams? But he did it. So he was part of the Laker dynasty with Elgin Baylor and him, and then he was part of it with Wilt Chamberlain, that bunch, and then he was the reason the Laker torch kept going by his acquisitions of Shaq O'Neal and then Kobe, and then they went on and won their championships. So there's no bigger person in Los Angeles Laker history than Jerry West.
Jay, thank you so much. We remember Jerry West, who died peacefully overnight at the age of 86. Great player as a Laker, great judge of basketball talent, and he's the guy in the NBA logo who you see dribbling the ball.
Yep.
That's Jerry West. Amazing.